Hi everyone, it's adrienneleaa. This video is going to be a first impressions on the Druid Plant Oracle by Philip and Stephanie Cargome, illustrated by Will Worthington. I love Will Worthington's illustrations. The Wildwood Tarot is one of my most used decks. So I found this deck in Barnes & Noble. This is the set. I really love the packaging. Beautifully done. It has a nice texture to it. I am a little bummed that there is a nick in here, but I feel like it could be a good sign because one of my all-time favorite decks with the tarot and oracle combined is the Fairy Forest Oracle, and that also had the packaging nicked up too. So for those who have watched me for a while may know that I'm an herbalist by trade, and I'm also a certified tarot reader. So I use a lot of plants. I love plants, and I do like my divination tools in card form. I feel like this will work beautiful with me. I feel like it's more of a watery, airy deck. So similar to the Wildwood Tarot, but I feel like that's more of a watery deck for me, and the Druid Craft feels more of an earthy type of deck. So it opens like this. Sorry, and I love the mortar and pestle. I do have a collection of them. This is how it comes. It's a little darker than the Wildwood Tarot, but I do love this one too. Similar size to the Druid Craft, and also similar cardstock. And I, even with the Wildwood, I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth, that it is a bit of a cardboardy one, but with this one, it feels a bit flimsier, like how the Druid Craft felt, but it's trimmed. So the one that I have is trimmed. And before I get into the cards, this is a spreadsheet or a map. And the book comes with the Gaelic name, the botanical name or universal scientific name, what it's known as, because sometimes a lot of times they have names for them for different parts of the world. So the first part here, well, besides the upright and reversed keywords, this is about the actual plant, and then the upright and reversed meaning. And then it's really cool, there's the lore. And I did skim through this, so it isn't just in a specific area. So plants are throughout the world. So they are different types of lores in here. And even has like the restorers and the guardians. So it's beautiful. I really love how direct the pictures are, and then they have animals or insects that may be surrounding that plant, and also the area of how it could look like. I'm sorry, I did. The Cuckoo Pint, it was I would say my first card. It wasn't the first card that I drew, but I did go to this page first because the book comes before the cards. There's an introduction here too. I'm really excited. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of this one. So these are the cards. They're smooth. They do have a bit of a texture on this side. And they have oghams on here. It also looks like the Need Rude too. And different types of symbols in here I'm noticing. And even the tree has a face. I love the colors. Some people may not like the borders, but I like how the white tones it down because I do love color, but I like the tone. I like toned down decks. And I also got this for identification purposes because I love that you can see what the plant is. And there could be different species of plants, but I can understand what the plant is. And blanks. I usually don't fill my blanks out in my decks, but I do keep in mind things that I would like to put on those cards because there are a couple of blank ones which are great. So these are more blanks. I really love how it's in the habitat that they'd be in. Habitat. I would say that out of my plant-based decks, this is the one that I connect to aesthetically the most. And it feels a bit feminine too. Because the Druid craft feels more masculine and then the Wildwood feels more feminine. I was thinking about making a video on that. And I love seeing the textures of the plant leaves. Not the texture, well, I suppose like with the shading, but the type of leaves that they have. I took my Wildwood Tarot out today because I got this when I got home. Actually, I took it out earlier today, and then I pulled out 3 cards. I usually use it in the spring, is what I felt like it's nice to work with as, especially because it has an aquatic green edging done by my good friend Mary Bow, who's also on YouTube. And she gave me that deck, so thank you so much. But even that adds more to the watery energy. And it's amazing with the contrast because you put a lot of intent to the cards, and Will Worthington has such a way about his artwork where he can make it into he can make it feel like different things, if that makes sense. Like, say that you're a Virgo or a Capricorn and you make a deck and it feels really earthy. Say I'm an air sign, well, I am an air sign, I'm a Libra, so I make a deck that's really airy, but I'll probably make one that's really watery, or I am making one. Because I have a lot of water in my chart, a lot of Scorpio in my chart that I really connect to. But I also want to make a balanced one too. But I feel like with this one, how it's going to be, you guys will see. I love her hair. I love everything about this card. It's so beautiful. So back to my deck, I do want to make it more of a balanced one. I love Heather. I'll probably do a video about it after I move, which will be soon. So if you're interested in that, then you can stay tuned. So this was my walkthrough. It wasn't really a first impressions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.